Joseph Akable is in the studio with me because we're going to talk about something else. This news just coming in. Office of the Special Prosecutor has begun the prosecution of Boko Central MP Mahama Ayariga after charging him for fraudulently evading tax and dealing in foreign currency without license. Joseph Akable, as I indicated, is our court correspondent, and he has details of the writ filed by the Special Prosecutor today. Joseph, let's look at the details now. First of all, what are the charges?
So there are two individuals before the court, not just Mr. Ayariga. There is also Kendrick Akwesi Mafo. He is also before the court in terms of the charges that have been filed. The first is fraudulent evasion of customs duties and taxes contrary to section 1212F of the Customs Act 2005. You also have the using public office for private benefit is also listed here. Then you also have a fraudulent evasion of customs duties and taxes contrary to section 1212F of the Customs Act. Then there is another that has to do with dealing in foreign exchange without license, contrary to sections 31 and 29.1, and that applies to Mahama Ayariga as well. We also have count 5, which deals with transfer of foreign exchange from Ghana to an unauthorized dealer, contrary to sections 15.3 and 29.1 of the Foreign Exchange Act. And so those are the 5 counts that have been leveled against Mr. Ayariga and one Kendrick Akwesi Mafo.
Let's focus on Mr. Ayariga. Are these offenses you've told us about exclusive to any of these individuals, or?
So the charges I made reference to applies to the two of them.
The two of them.
Yes.
What are the ones that are exclusive to Mr. Mahama Ayariga, seeing that he's a member of parliament?
So first, it says that Mr. Ayariga, a member of parliament for Boko Central, aged 44 years, in November 2017, at Tema in the Greater Accra region, did fraudulently evade customs duties and taxes by paying 6,000 cedis, 62 Ghana cedis, 86 pesos, instead of the approved duties and taxes of 36,597 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. It goes on to talk about the facts of the case, that is the circumstance leading the investigator to decide to prefer charges against them.
Okay.
And it says that Parliament at its 5th sitting on the 7th day of April 2017 by resolution approved a loan agreement for the purchase of members' official vehicles between the House and Societe Generale Ghana. Out of this loan, each member of Parliament, we are told, was entitled to $80,000 payable within a period of 4 years for the purchase of their official vehicle. We are told that MPs who could not access the loan facility, they were supposed to access the loan facility through a supplier, and no member of parliament was entitled to personally collect the loan due them for the stated purpose for which the loan was secured or otherwise. We are told that Mr. Ayariga, however, connived with one Sheriff Ahmed Tijani Abdullahi, who had registered a company called ASH Plant Pool Limited, and with the sole aim of representing the company as the former supplier. Mr. Ayariga, we are told, then requested his share of the loan to be released to ASH Plant Pool Limited as a supplier, and the name and same was released to the company by SG based on the approval.
SG, that's Societe Generale Ghana,
based on
which
the
is the
approval
bank
of the Deputy Clerk of Parliament. It goes on to say that when the money was transferred into the company's account, that is an amount of $78,000, was then transferred to Mr. Ayariga's personal account with Standard Chartered Bank or Pebia House, while Sheriff Ahmed Tijani Abdullahi kept the remaining $2,000 as his commission, contrary to the loan agreement. Mr. Ayariga then used the money to import 3 second-hand Toyota V8 Land Cruisers from Dubai. He then applied for tax exemption to clear the 3 vehicles from the port, and he was granted same on condition that he pays duties and taxes of 36,591.15 cedis upfront before the vehicles are cleared from the port, since the duties and tax on the vehicles exceeded its allowable tax exemption. We are told that instead of paying the amount, an amount of 6,200, that is 6,000.
Instead of paying 36,000,
yes, he rather paid an amount of 6,062 Ghana cedis, 86 pesos, was paid by Mr. Ayariga to clear the vehicles from the port. And when the vehicles arrived from the port, Mr. Ayariga, instead of using them for his official duties, for which reason the tax exemption was granted to him, sold the vehicles to the second accused person, that is Kendrick Akwesi Mafo, for some $40,000 US, each of which Mr. Mafo made part payment of $9,000 and promised to pay the outstanding balance in August 2018. The investigation to the matter revealed that Mr. Ayariga transferred $90,000 to Dubai for the purchase of the vehicle through an agent of his supplier who had no license to deal in foreign exchange transaction. The investigations further revealed that the second accused, that is Kendrick Akwesi Mafu, knew the vehicles were exempted from customs duties and taxes. He failed to pay those exemptions before he purchased the vehicles. Neither did Mr. Ayariga pay those tax exemptions before the sale. And the investigator concludes by saying that it is on this fact that they've decided to arraign the two individuals before.
When are they expected to be in court? Do we know?
We don't have the date yet.
Okay, so they are expected to respond to this. This is a writ that has been filed. So
once it's been filed, yeah, there's supposed to be a date that will be fixed. They will be served. They show up. Then the charges will be read. The facts will also be read against them, and their plea will be taken, and they will have to make an application for bail.
Interesting. So this is just news coming in that the Office of the Special Prosecutor has filed a writ in court and not seeking to prosecute Member of Parliament for Boko Central, Mahama Ayariga. There. Joseph Akable brought us those details, and log on to myjoyonline.com. You'll find it there as well, and get yourself furnished with the very fine details there. Joseph, thank you very much for coming. Joseph Akable there, our court correspondent, bringing us up to speed on what's been happening so far.